Waiter, there's a rat in my soup. Have you ever said that at a restaurant? Well, some poor guy in Hong Kong actually had to say that to the waiter. Yes, waiter, there's a rat in my soup. This is Dave Hughes with the news and views for the 13th of September, 2018. Also on today's lineup of stories, are RV sales down? And if so, why? Aren't more nomads supposed to be living on the road in this age of expensive rents and mortgages? Anyway, we lead with, this is from the New York Times. At hot pot restaurants in China, most of the ingredients are relatively inexpensive. Customers dip pieces of raw meat and vegetables into a big vat of simmering broth until everything cooks and bubbles to the surface. But for one Chinese restaurant chain, an item found by a customer at one of the outlets has proved to be costly. A rat! Waiter, there's a rat in my soup. A video of a small dead rat, boiled, gelatinous, with its stunned arms outstretched, fished out of a vat of bubbling broth has shocked China and sent shares of a popular restaurant chain plummeting. The rat was found last week at a branch of the chain called Xiabu, I guess it's Xiabu, in a city called Weifang in the eastern province of Shandong. Anyway, a local newspaper reported the incident on Friday of last week, and with video footage of the customer picking the rat out of the vat with chopsticks. It circulated on Chinese media all the past weekend. By the close of trading on Tuesday of this week, shares of the parent company Xiabu Catering Management had fallen almost 12.5%, at one point dropping to their lowest point in a year. That's right, discovery of the rat in the soup has knocked about $190 million off the market value of the business, which is traded publicly in Hong Kong. The rat appeared when a hot pot had been enjoying something of a moment in China. Traditionally eaten as a family meal in winter, hot pot is a national favorite, and it's chains selling it are growing in popularity. Anyway, the cuisine setup is similar to fondue, with customers sitting around a table centered on a large vat of simmering broth, which adds flavor to the toppings and can be concentrated to the point of being opaque. It was under such circumstances that the rat was dredged from the swirling red-hot broth by an unsuspecting customer. I guess the restaurant chain is arguing that it wasn't an unhygienic event that caused the rat to appear, and even if the rat went into the raging hot pot, hey, there's probably, probably wouldn't hurt you to eat it. It's probably full of protein. I don't know. Rat meat is probably, full of protein. I don't know. Anyway. Though hot pot has gained popularity in recent years, customers across China have now complained about questionable hygiene standards at hot pot chains, especially over restaurants reusing hot pot broth with new customers. There you go. And our other story today, which is also from the New York Times, but I thought it was very interesting, is talking about a place called Elkhart, Indiana. At Elkhart, Indiana, they have this it's called itself the RV capital of the world. More than 80% of vehicles sold in the United States are made in Elkhart and the surrounding area, according to the RV Association. Well, apparently, RV sales are significantly down. And people in that area, and it's a city near the Michigan border in Elkhart, Indiana, are very worried. Currently, shipment of motorhomes were down 18.7% in June compared with a year earlier, and shipments of smaller trailers and campers were down 10.5%, according to the RV Industry Association. So anyway, question is this. Does that mean there are fewer or more nomads out there? A lot of nomads, according to Dave Dave Hughes with the news and views. According to my stats, a lot of nomads are no longer living in RVs. They're going for the cheaper van life, you know, which is much more less expensive. There's no tanks to empty. You poop in a bucket. You know, or you stop at Walmart's. You can park anywhere. You know, you really do. There's no restrictions on where you can park. Anywhere a car can park, you can park. It's much easier to stealth camp because you can park, and as long as you're not making any noise or rocking the van, no one's going to know you're in there. So it seems to me, from what I am judging with my big brain, is that a lot more nomads are in vans these days as opposed to RVs. And that doesn't mean the fact that the RV shipments are down, according to this town, doesn't necessarily mean that there are fewer and fewer nomads out there. In fact, I think nomads are going to be more prevalent. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Also, this article says the impact of President Trump's tariffs on everything from steel to soybeans is playing out against the backdrop of the midterm elections with some Republicans. And in Indiana, control of Congress wages it rests on whether they like Trump or not, right? Anyway, if RVs are going to be now more expensive because a lot of the parts for the RVs are coming from other countries like Canada and China, that's going to drive the sales down of RVs down even further. In fact, vehicles across the board are going to get more expensive of the various tariffs that the Trump administration is applying to various countries, especially countries like Canada, Mexico, and China, where a lot of RV parts come from. According to this article, the tariffs are adding as much as 50% to the price of some materials for RVs. So, they say that despite all that, RV sales are still clunking along pretty well, but they're nowhere near where they were at peak periods several years ago. Okay. A lot of the workers now in Elkhart, Indiana, that work for all these companies that make RVs, they're going down to 4-day work weeks, and they're giving them longer breaks at holidays like the 4th of July, and their workload has dropped off considerably. So I don't know. Oh, look at this. What is that? Is that a camo hat? I don't know. Would you call that camo? That's kind of weird. I don't know if I want to touch that. All right, folks. So anyway, that's the two big stories here on Dave Hughes. There I am, hiking through the wet underbrush today. Dave Hughes with the news and views. Let me know what you think. Waiter, is there a rat in my soup? I don't know. I hope not. Or waiter, there is a rat in my soup. Ugh. Vlog under.